Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Now I'm on here today because I want to show you some things I've been making, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to make then. So we're going to do a tutorial on something a bit different, but it's more or less the same thing. Okay, so I seen the other day that Annie, who is Annie on my Miss Garden Grove, oh dear, I know it's a number on it, I'm so sorry Annie, I'll put the link to your channel. Now she had a November kit, and in the kit she had some things, and I really fell in love with these tassels that she did. I messaged her and asked her if it was okay if I put some up on YouTube and showed you what I made, and she said that was fine as long as I said that that I got it from. Well, I would always do that, but anyway, so she had these nice fluffy tassels like this, and they're on a ring, and they have a little flower. They're pretty much, I think, a lot like what she has got there. Hers might be a bit prettier, I don't know. But anyway, so this is another one, and I've made that with, see, it's with the fibres as well as crochet cotton. I've used crochet cotton and I've used fibres, and this one here is just the crochet cotton, you know, just all different colours of crochet cotton, so that, you know, and the nice pastel colours. So I thought that looked really nice, but then I wanted to make the really good, the really fluffy ones, you know. And then of course you can hang that onto something that you're making at the time or whatever. Now this is coming undone here, don't pull that, Sonia. That's not a good idea. Right, now, so I wanted to make a bigger one in the same sort of colours ways, and I'm going to use different stuff, so I'll show you how I'm going to do that, because I thought, now if I make one now, then I'm going to have to video it. I want to video it for you to show you how I did it. Now, I'm either going to use something like a bead or a button. I need the top. I need the top for it. And I thought something like a cardboard roll would work. You know, I've got so much stuff on here, I can't find nothing now. Had it all sorted out. I was gonna, you know how we get all ready and it all just comes undone and goes the wrong. That's too big, that thing. I'm sure I had a roll thing here. Anyway, I'll use something for the top of it when I get to it. I think I might have to use that there, or this would be better. Just depends, like the top of the tassel, or I will make it with the ring on it. It just depends. Okay, so all you got to do now, which is probably people have already used, majority of you will probably know how to do a tassel, but then there is people out there that actually don't know how. So I'm going to have to find a piece of card that is fairly strong. And the good thing that I would use would be the back off one of my books, one of my paper pads, or get a piece of card off a cardboard box, whatever you want to do. I'm standing up in there, so it'll be fine. Now, I wanted to make it a fairly substantial thing, you know. I wanted it to be about that big. When I say that big, I got 5.5 inches, say. So if I want 5.5 inches when it's finished, or I might do 6.5 inches. So I'll measure that up there and cut that along there with something besides me good scissors. Pencil, blunt one. Bought a pencil sharpener the other day. You'd think I'd use it, wouldn't you? That is not a ruler. It's a straight thing though, so it'll do. I'll measure it on here, which is in front of me. I have a tape measure stuck to the table. 5, 6.5, so that'll be down about there. Doesn't matter if it's not exactly, because it's, you know, my thing, and that doesn't matter. So I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to cut it fairly wide, because I'm going to be wrapping a fair bit of stuff around there. And I hope you don't get too bored with watching me do that, because I can't fast forward this, and I haven't got time to learn. I probably should do, but it takes too long to edit my videos, and I'm not into that. So maybe you can fast forward this, you know, on your channel, or on your thing that you're watching, if you don't want to watch me do this. So now I've got this piece of cardboard, which is a good size, because you need 4 inches by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a bit, 6 and a quarter, say. Now you'll need fibres and fabric, so and bling, of course. So I've got some bling. I've got some bling here. Alright, because I've been collecting up bits. I've already started, I started to tear and I thought, no, I've got to show you what I'm doing. I bought this old, it's a second-hand tablecloth. It was a seersucker one. It's had a long life. I got my husband to wash it for me, and I am tearing strips off that because I love the colours in it, nice shabby chic colours that are in it, and I'm going to tear. I'll just cut down a little way. You can't do it much smaller than that, otherwise it won't rip. Like, you can't get a grip of it. You need to be hold of it. So just tear that. Tears really good. The only things that don't tear really is the even weave things. Uneven weave things, I should say. They won't tear for you. So we go over here and we'll, or anything really heavy, furnishing, fabric and stuff like that. You get something like this, really good, goes really well. And I like the fact that it was, once it's a seersucker fabric, and therefore it has like a little bubbly thing look to it, doesn't it? See? So we need a few strips of this. So we'll have a few strips of this. So I've got a fairly long bit, so we'll keep going. We need to have some laces. Now I'm not actually worried about the width of this, what it's going to be, because if this doesn't work out, you won't be watching it. If it does, obviously it worked, didn't matter what I did. Okay, now I need to bring back to me, actually this here was a piece of beautiful piece of stuff that I got from my friend here, Michelle. She gave me that. I've got a bit of green. I might even put that in there too, you know, because them colours just go awesome together, don't they? I have a truckload of this here that I really like. A truckload. Well, look at this. This, I don't know what this is. This is a nice bit of stuff. It's a silky sort of thing, and it's sort of it's in a circle, you know, like it's made in it like a circle, so I don't like a lace of some sort, a shoelacy thing, you know. Anyway, so I've got some of that. I have got some of this. Awesome, isn't it? Love this. It's fibre, like knitting fibre, so that's good too. And I want a couple of laces that are not too wide, which I've got here on this. I managed to tangle up a few things this morning while I was doing a couple of videos, so I'm sorry about the bits and pieces here that I've got anything hanging around. Now I've got all that. Do you think it'll do? I'll see. Let's have a go. Right, we're going to make a tassel. Okay, so let's start out with a bit of fabric underneath it. Now you don't want it to all build up so you've got all the same thing in each section of it, so you just probably need to do maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do that. Actually, we'll take the lot, because that way I'll just cut this little bit off the bottom here. Okay, now I'm going to think about the green. I'm going to put a bit of lace next. This is this lace, look at this, beautiful bit of lace. And I'll have wraps 1, 2, 3, and I hope this doesn't turn off, because I'll be really upset if it does. 4, because I do not want to do too many parts. Right, so we got that. We'll cut that one off. Don't pull it. If you pull what you're rolling around, it'll all bounce back and you won't have the niceness of it. That is, yeah. Okay, so we'll have a bit of this one now. Bit of the, you can use whatever you want to. The wool fibres are like, if you can buy this on a roll, like for knitting, I think it probably only cost you a few dollars. If you had to go and buy it, probably cost you $4 and you've got enough that'll last you forever, you know. But if you had to go and buy pieces, because you can buy little bits on a piece of card, I think that ends up a little bit expensive. So I'm wrapping more of this because it's not as wide as what the other things are, and I want it to be obvious that it's on there. Now I'm going to try a bit of this one. These are a lot of the things that I used in the first lot of tassels that I did. Same things except the fabric. I didn't use fabric in it. You can make it just as thin as you want it to be. Wrap this around here like so. Pretty, looking pretty. A bit of that. Now I'm going to put a bit more fabric on there. I'm leaving the bling till a bit later, as you can see, because I've got strings of cotton everywhere. It's fraying, it doesn't matter, it'll all cut off if you want to trim it off later. Start down the bottom, of course, and then you got this going up around there like that, okay? Okay. Oh, I hope this is working. We'll be waving it around here and all over the place. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm doing. I hope it's working out okay. Trying to get these threads of cotton from rolling around everywhere. Now that's enough of that one. I'm going to put this pink in here now. And I'll use that much of the pink because that's all I have. But that's okay, isn't it? Let's come back with a bit more lace. Okay, I've got this really nice one here. I am trying to rack my brain to figure out what I can do for people's Christmas presents, you know, because I really need to get them out this week. So I'll be doing my best anyway. And I think the kids, I don't know if the kids have got, my girls have got the idea what they want. I think I've got theirs all sorted out, so that's good. Now this is making this nice and fat, isn't it? Nice and cosy. Fat and cosy. That's only, never mind. Oh my dear, Sonia. Okay, now, a bit more of this woolly stuff. Love the woolly stuff. Make it sit out nicely. You got to be generous, you know, with what you're using. Very generous with the. Hopefully this is going to work. I hope this is going to work, girls. I really do. A bit of bling now. I mean, that's not too. That way. That way. That way. Probably take about a metre of this bling. There's something on the floor now. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll get it back later. I'll just cut that off now. I'm going to. This is what's going wrong. I'm having this piece of fabric on the table. It's not a good look. Everything's pushing down onto the floor. It doesn't impress me at all. Okay, so I think that's good. I think that's good. Now I'm going to get a piece of. We'll get a bit of this bit, and we're going to put it under here. Now you can put it on here at first, but I don't know. Sometimes when you do that, everything gets all tangled up, and I have to control it, and it's hard to control things, you know. Sometimes I just want to put this piece around here. See, look at this, it's got out of control, this bit already. Tie that as tight as you can get it. There, that's not right, because that broke. It was over tightened that, Sonia. We'll just tie it as tight as we can without doing that again. And then really you can't figure out what you're going to put this onto until you've actually made it, okay? So now I'm going to cut this. Seems a shame, you know, but you have to cut it. You have to cut it, okay? It's part of the whole thing. You have to cut this. And get up under there and cut through all those bits of tassel fabric. Righto. Now you're going to put that way. This is the part that I tied it up with, okay? Now, isn't that delicious? Okay, so we've got a tassel, but see, as I said, some of the pieces will start to will hang out together, so you need to just give it a fluffy about, you know, to get it all so they all go right. We'll go the right way. Now, I don't know how this is going to work with this little tiny bead that I had here, because I don't think much is going to go up the end of that. You're going to push this through here, but I think I might have to cover it first. I've got one up there. I can, if you just hang on a second, I'll get this down with me pointy stick here. So I have one already covered. Come here, you. Got it. I don't know if that'll go anywhere near in through that. It's too thick. I've got two ends. We'll get them both even. Push through there. If that's going to work or not, don't know. All trial and error, isn't it? Well, see, that's not going to go down over it, and I really did want something to go down over it. But you know what? That doesn't really matter if it doesn't, because I can get a piece of lace and put around it like I did with this here one. See how the lace is wrapped around there? So I've got this too white, it's too stark, that one. I want something that's not really dark. I'm going to cut a bit off this here. I've got a piece here that is repurposed, recycled, and I'm going to use this, I think. It's got ribbon through it. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it? You see what I'm doing? There's a piece that's here, and we're going to cut that. It's nearly made for me, isn't it? You know what though, I can put it through the ring instead of having the knobbly bit on the top. We just have to work out what works best, okay, and what looks best when we come to do it. Right, so I'm going to need that wrapped around there, am I? Is that going to be right? Yes, but not with that knobbly piece on the top. That doesn't work for me at all. So we're going to get a ring. I've got one here somewhere. I had a gold one under this things. Yep, I know I have. Nobody panic. It's going to somewhere. Why did I do that? Oh, come on, Sonia. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I had them sitting there. There was one small one and one large one. And I thought, well, that gold one will be just the thing to put on there. And I set it here, under there, and now it's gone. And what am I going to do now? Let me see. I'm going to wrap this around here anyway, well, instead of fiddling around looking for that. I'll fiddle around and look for it in a minute. I need this to be fairly tight, and I don't want to use the glue gun to do this because I don't want big knobbly bits through it. I'm going to have to do a lot of frilling later, but I'm going to have to do this now where I can stick this down onto piece of lace that I was cutting out. Righto. Should I have plain? I think so. I changed my mind, I know, but you got to do this. You got to figure out what works best. And I've cut this here, so I'm going to either take the ribbon out of it or leave it in there, whichever looks best. When I've done it, okay. So I'm going to lay that down. I want to fasten this around here as cozy as I can. Like, you want to tuck it down, pull it around there fairly tight. Right down there. Righto. Really tightly. And you know what, don't you? I've got the glue coming down out of the top of the bottle yet anyway, have I? That would be just too easy, wouldn't it, Sonia? Nobody panic, but I'm gonna get it out of here and glue this up. Righto. Now to keep it so it will stay tight, I'm going to put it down flat on the table and thread this. I'll put it along where the ribbon is, okay, to start it up. And I'm going to lay this down here, and hopefully I've got it all. I think, you know what I did before though, when I made the others, I think I had a piece of string. I tightened it with that first before I started to do this bit, and maybe I should have did that too today. And you know what, I'm putting this on the wrong way. Look at that, I put it on the wrong way. Oh my goodness me. Okay, let's nobody panic. We're going to do it. We're going to make it work somehow. Because it's sticking to itself, we're going to use this bit here. This has got no glue on it, so it can go on last because then it'll be right. Okay. The other way, I was doing a really good job, wasn't I, everybody? I mucked it up. Okay, so now I'm going to go around here. I'll just have to do it like this, hold it in my hand so it doesn't stick to the table, of course. Okay, now, I think I fixed it. I think I fixed it. Right, you know what, we might even need a few pieces, sorry for the terrible noises, a few stitches to keep hold of this, because I'm really hoping that it's going to stay stuck. We can put a few stitches in, it won't matter. We have to do that. Okay. And up there like that. Where's my best side? This bit here. I'll give it a bit of a mix about, I think, and get it going nicely. Okay. Now I need a flower on there. Flower. Sonia, where are you going to get a flower from now? Because you didn't have a flower ready, did you? No, I did not. I do have some somewhere on here, stuck to something. That won't work, wrong colour. Okay, I'll find a flower. Here we go, look at that. I did. Oh, now. I'm going to put that all the way around there. I am, by G. And when I find the ring, I can either use... I'm going to stick that down. I don't know if I like the... Now, I've seen tassels out there in the world, something like these, okay? The ones that Annie did, and there's other people made them as well, so this is definitely not my bright idea, I just, sometimes you see, you know, when you want to make a tassel, well, it's something that's been done for years, but I guess the colours and things that people put up on them, it's very appealing, and, you know, it's nice to go and have a look at what other people do. And if you want to, something, I don't like the really dark green on that, I really don't. I'm going to cut that off. Yeah, I'm going to take that one off. I'm going to take this one off. I might have to put a bit of something over the top of that, eh? Oh, this one. Don't like that dark green on there because it doesn't help it at all. Right, now put this one on. I'm just putting one on here, I think. What do you reckon? Does it need more? I don't know. Might put a bit of bling around it. Yep, that's got to be tucked up there. And go that way, please. And make sure it goes up underneath here. Get in there, you. Because it's not actually glued to it, that bit, so I can still manoeuvre something if I want to. Manoeuvre it about, and hopefully when I come back to the edge of this where I've started it up, I'll be able to join it up without causing too much of a kerfuffle. Oh dear, oh, nobody panic, I've got this biggest mess you ever did see here. Oh dear. I feel like I'm stuck with stuff stuck to me. That's what it is. I've got all this stuff stuck to me. Now I'll put that back there, go around here with this. Might get it tight enough. Pull it tight so it matches up there. And goes like that. Oh dear. Excuse me, sorry people, I don't have indigestion, but sometimes you have your stomach just doesn't know that you're on, maybe it does know that you're on camera. Maybe it does know. Yeah, why it makes funny noises. Yeah, that one's got to be... Looks a little bit skew-whiff, doesn't it? Well, look at this. We'll show you what I'm doing here, I hope. Isn't it pretty? Oh, wow. I'm really pleased with how this is working. I really am. And then I'll do this around the top. But I need to manoeuvre it about a bit because we've got we get a bit fat that side. A bit fat on one side. But that doesn't matter. That looks okay. It's not a big thing. It's like it's nice and that. So you could hang this off your cupboard. You could put a bit of make something nice hanging off your coat hanger. I don't know what you do with them, but anything, there's got to be something that you can do with a tassel. Yeah, that definitely looks too fat on that side, but I will keep persuading it to do what I want it to, hopefully, and it'll look okay, and it'll be just the thing. Okay, now and there, like that, it'll be pretty, and that's what we're after, aren't we? You could put it on your Christmas decorations too, couldn't you, really, if you wanted to. I haven't really got many Christmas ideas this year. They're all out there, everybody's got one. You know, like there's lots of Christmas videos up for people to find ideas, things to do. I've got to stop touching that and pulling it apart, it's got sticky all over my hands. Okay, right, now for it to hang like that, I could put a different, got to get these bits apart, don't I, a bit. Maybe I've wrapped too close together, I don't know. It's all, well, that one come out, it's all in the plan, because it was only a short bit. It's all in the plan somewhere, you know, like how to do it, I guess, whatever you put. There you go. So there's my fabric tassel lacy thingy, you know, to make something look pretty. Okay, looks good when it's like that, doesn't it? Make a nice doll dress, wouldn't it? You know, we could put a lady's head up here and you'd have a doll. A bit screw-whiff, but she'd be a doll anyway. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'll come back on here when I get another chance. Okay, talk to you. I'm going to be painting rooms. It's hot here. I'm not going to be painting, I'll just supervise or keep out of the way is what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you are all having a good day. I really appreciate all my new subscribers. I am so lucky that I have so many lovely people, and all have made lovely comments about my work and that, and I really do appreciate all your beautiful comments that you've put up here, and I love to read them. I really like it when you leave me comments. I tried to answer some. YouTube won't let me. If I go to answer anything, I can write on other people's videos, but I cannot answer people back on videos that I've made, and I don't know why. I'm going to have to check up on that and see what's going on with it, because it's really annoying. People will think that I really don't care what they have to say, but I really do. I really appreciate it, and I've sat there a couple of times and wrote things to people, and then it's gone and said this is a comment won't be put up for, I don't know why. It doesn't tell me why. It's not a bad comment, it's a good thing, but it just won't work for me. So thank you everybody for watching, and I really do appreciate all of you. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye.